Hey Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your weekly forecast for July 15th through the 21st. This is for, as I said, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect and see what is coming up for Aquarius friends for the week ahead, continuing with our mermaid theme here, our mermaid decor, our mermaid deck. And after we look at your week through these cards, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card, a spirit message with some spirit homework from a new deck I haven't shared with you guys yet, which I really love. You'll see why at the end. It gives really great little assignments. So a lot of you seem to be into the deeper stuff, which I love. So we're going to continue with that at the end of this reading. All right, your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, your Friday, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alrighty. Okay, you've got vulnerability. Open your heart. Allow yourself to be tender. Be tender, Aquarius. Don't you just love that word? Okay, so Aquarius, you have got vulnerability here. I feel the reason why this is coming up, and some of you are gonna be like, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't focus too much on love readings for the weekly forecast. You guys know this. Those of you who watch this channel and watch the weekly readings, you know I do the love readings separate, and I always have the love video links in the description, and that this weekly forecast is more for like your abundance, your spiritual growth, healing, family stuff, career stuff, all that good stuff. But you have vulnerability coming up and your Monday, Tuesday. And for the majority of you, I want to say for like a good maybe like 75-80% of you, I feel the vulnerability is coming up around manifesting or healing a very significant soulmate relationship. So either you're trying to call this person in, or the universe wants you to let this person in, or you've already met this person and maybe something needs to be healed, and you could benefit or you could help speed it along through your own healing to where you're vulnerable in a healthy way, right? We hear vulnerable and we think very negative, right? We hear vulnerable and we think, oh, something bad is going to happen. But a baby is vulnerable, right? Cute little puppies and kitties are vulnerable. And it just makes us want to love them and hug them and take really good care of them, right? So in that essence, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But I do feel something is happening Monday and Tuesday for a lot of you Aquariuses, especially those of you who are badasses and you just handle life like a boss. Some of you might be feeling a little bit emotional. And we're coming up on the full moon too. Don't forget that. We're coming up on the full moon. So some of you, maybe as it gets closer to that full moon energy, you're feeling super emotional. You know, you might already be feeling it in the beginning of the week here, this Monday, Tuesday energy. But it's not coming up because there's something wrong with you. It's not coming up because you're broken in some way, or that you're not, you're not being positive enough. It's happening because your heart chakra is opening up, and it's happening for the reason of calling in a very significant, like love partner. Those of you where it's not love, it has to do with your abundance. Like, I'm 100% certain about this. If it's not about your love life, it's about your abundance. And Spirit kept talking about this in last week's video, and it's coming up again. So either there's a lot of new people watching, or some of you who watched last week, you didn't hear it last week, or you didn't catch it. You cannot receive, you cannot be in abundance if your heart is not open. And I talked about this in some of the other videos. A lot of you who are really into the spiritual stuff, and you're doing your affirmations and your law of attraction stuff and your vision boarding, and you're like, I'm going to get this crystal for my root chakra and this for that, and you're doing all of this chakra work to unblock and to receive finances. You haven't been misinformed. It's correct. The root chakra is very important for abundance. That's absolutely correct. That's not false by any means. But what a lot of people forget, or they don't realize, is a lot of it is also in the heart, because the heart is where we receive. Okay, the root chakra is about action. The root chakra is about making stuff happening, like being a mover, a shaker, being confident. But the heart chakra is where we receive. Okay, so something is happening, Aquarius, and I'm getting like this vision of like this, like this coconut, like just being like cracked open, and not in a way where you're gonna have a broken heart. I want to clarify that because this does not feel like broken heart energy to me, but more just kind of like you've been such a tough cookie. Something is happening to remind you to allow help from somebody outside to come in, and it's going to, like, once you have a taste of it, you're going to be like, you know what, I know I'm a badass, but it's kind of nice to let somebody else come in and handle something once in a while, right? It's not like where you're going to like this other extreme where you're like, I can't do anything and I need people to like fix everything for me. You're not going to that extreme. But once you have a taste of somebody coming in and like see how like she, I don't know, she fainted or something, or she hurt her leg, who knows, you can imagine whatever you want to imagine. Something happened to this chick, and he's just like coming up and lifting her up, and he's being very loving. Like, he's not being creepy, he's not being dangerous, he's being very caring towards her, very gentle towards her. And so a lot of you are going to have some kind of situation like that where you're feeling that very strong bonding and affection, and like feeling important, feeling I'm creeping out because I just got freaked out. I don't normally I'm more clairaudient. I'm not necessarily like uh like I can communicate with spirit, but I don't generally like to see. Like, I hear, and I just saw a little kid peek over the edge of the table, and that like freaked me out. So I don't know, maybe some of you are like manifesting a child, or like the person that you're gonna have kids with or something, or you're manifesting somebody that's very significant to your childhood or to your inner child. But that was very interesting. I've not had something like that happen to me during a reading ever. Like, sometimes I'll see my grandpa or I'll see something else, but that was really weird. I don't normally have like children pop up mid reading like that, especially not anybody that I know. So that was very interesting. I don't know, Aquarius. That came in for one of you, or some of you. Your Wednesday, Thursday is adrift. Oh my god. Look, there's this whole floating theme. Do you see that? I just got chills, Aquarius. I just got chills. You had that one mermaid, and she was just kind of like she was being carried. And there's a very similar feeling here with this card. This says letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. Aquarius, those of you who handle your business, who are like, I don't need nobody, this is going to be a very special week for many of you, in which things are happening where you're being given these miracles, or you're being given these gifts, in terms of, the universe stepping up with miracles, or somebody stepping up in some way and like helping you or carrying you through a difficult time. And those of you who are like, I'm a boss, I handle my business, I don't need anybody, it could be a little bit uncomfortable for those of you. Not because bad things are happening, but because, like I said, there's just this, or how the card said in the beginning, there's a sense of vulnerability that can sometimes be uncomfortable for people. But you're weak, Aquarius. I'm telling you, things are happening where you are being carried. I think a lot of you Aquariuses for a very long time have been in this energy where you've known something was meant to change, but you weren't sure what or how to do it. You're like, something, I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what. Or, this time in my life is ending, but I'm not sure what the next phase or stage is supposed to be. Those of you who've been caught in that energy for a very long time are going to find this week that you are being guided, you are being carried. And all of these, or I shouldn't say all because I've only pulled 2 cards so far, but both of these cards, as I look at them, there's like a sense of release and like rest in both of them, right? Like she was safe and being carried in the first card. In this card, it seems like she's been able to finally come up for air, and she's just like breathing, and she's not having to push herself. You know, she's got the light, the light on her. She's not in the dark. And she's just kind of, to me, like taking in that breath of fresh air and just letting the current move her along. Like if you've ever just kind of floated in a pool, it can feel very relaxing. Like that's the vibe I get from it, right? So some of you are getting a taste of that serendipity, or you know, seeing, you know, the universe working in your life or working in your favor. I would encourage you guys to look at the pictures in the cards and see what messages jump out to you, because that's a lot of the way that I read. As I read by like the colors that jump out at me, or things in the pictures that jump out at me, as well as like I said, clairaudiently, I will hear things. So I encourage you to see what in the cards jump out to you. What do they say to you? And that's a really great way of taking a general reading and making it a little bit more personal. Whether you're watching my readings or another tarot card reader's readings, you will find for a lot of you that can be a very beneficial practice. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. Look at your card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have telepathy, non-verbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. Now, mind reading is a very, 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 very advanced spiritual practice. So I'm not going to sit here and like tell you that, oh, all you Aquariuses are going to be mind readers by the end of the week, or, you know, come next weekend or whatever. But I can tell you this. A lot of you are picking up on messages from your soul and somebody else's soul, where things are being transmitted, you know, back and forth. It's not far-fetched, guys. Like, you know, scientists have for many years tried to study the phenomenon between mothers and their children. Like, moms always kind of sense when their kids are in trouble, right? Or twins have a really strong connection with one another, and they can feel or sense you know, what the other is feeling. Or sometimes we have this with a really close friend, right? And some of us who are more intuitive, we will sometimes feel like, well, like, I need to call and check up on that person, and you maybe haven't talked to them in a while. So all of us have at one time or another had that little inkling feeling, or we've sensed something about another person. But I do feel for some of you Aquariuses, it's really kind of kicking up a few notches to where you are picking up messages from someone where there's something unresolved, or where you're kind of understanding their situation or their healing process. Especially for those of you who are in this whole thing of manifesting the significant love partner, or soulmate, or healing a relationship. Some of you are healing a relationship with a very massive karmic soulmate, so that you can go on to like a life partner soulmate. But there's messages coming in for a lot of you. Again, I don't typically focus too much on love in the weekly forecast, but if it comes up, I share it. The only thing that I can say, the overall theme here for you guys, I got drifting, I got floating, I got being taken care of. I see this heart here in this card, and this is a lot of love. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, so if you're not interested in that, don't you worry. Love comes in many different forms. That star is jumping out at me, and that is intuition increasing, being guided, you know, healing, you know, future plans, and red too. Both of your cards had, or out of three of your cards, two of them had a very vibrant red. The second card had a very vibrant red, and this card has a very vibrant red. So you all, those of you who've been doing root chakra work, keep it up. Those of you maybe who are interested in doing chakra work, this might be a good week to begin doing that, to look up root chakra meditations and affirmations and things of that nature. You know, but red is confidence, it's passion, it's excitement, it's life, you know, it's energy, it's movement. So a lot of you who've been stuck, this is the week where it's getting unstuck, or you're like getting your fire back, you know, for a lot of you. We're going to see what your soul message is for the week. And as always, guys, I will have the deck information in the description of the video for those of you who want to, oh my god, look, you got red and orange again. This is ridiculous. In a good way. You have joy. You have joy, okay? And you've got that red and orange, that fire, that vibrant energy, that movement, okay? That connection, being unstuck, the life, the fire. I'm telling you guys are getting like this breath of fresh air this week. You're getting your mojo back, a lot of you. And you're getting movement. Even as we look and gaze into that beautiful artwork here on this card, it almost seems to have a flow or like a movement. Like I look at it and I imagine like a kaleidoscope, where like you can turn it in, like all the colors and the shapes move and they come together and they spread out, you know. It kind of makes me think of a kaleidoscope. So again, a lot of energy that's finally moving. The heart there again. The heart is healing this week, guys. Massive heart healing happening for Aquarius this week, and you will all experience it on different levels, you know, whether it be healing family connections and friend soul type connections or romantic ones. There's going to be a lot of love coming into your life this coming week, and you're going to be feeling a lot of love, and you're going to be opening up to receive. You're going to be also like shining your light out into the world, many of you, which is very exciting. I want to clarify something about the Merkaba here that is in this card. I have people ask me about it a lot, and they ask me about, you know, they say, oh, why is that the Star of David? I don't know that the Merkaba is the same as the Star of David. I'm not Jewish. I don't have a Jewish upbringing. I have not studied the Torah. And I'm not sure what the connection is between that and the Merkaba. I've not been that, you know, I've not studied that. But what I can tell you is this. The Merkaba is about energy moving, and it's more of like, it's like a 3D thing. It's not like a two-dimensional thing. It's like if you ever see a sculpture of one, or if you ever see like a model of one, it's like a 3D, like a star cubey thing. And so it's a symbol, or it's a system of cleansing or purifying energy and moving it along. Archangel Metatron is the archangel of, you know, also movement of energy and getting things to be manifested and getting things to be like, you know, clear and moving. And, you know, his symbol is a Merkaba as well. And so that's what that is here, is that heart energy is getting moving finally, or activated. Activation of the heart. So that is what I see when I look at this. And this is awesome because I was talking about that in the beginning of this reading before this card even came up. So there is some massive confirmation for you there in that way, my darlings. Okay. Oh, and the homework that comes with this deck, or with this card, I should say. I'm gonna read it to you. So what you're being asked to reflect on, and the actions that you're being asked to take this week to keep you inspired or to get you going, is invite joy into your life. Read or watch your favorite comedy and laugh out loud. Put some fun music on and move your hips in a figure 8 to release stored energy. You guys can do that. You know you can do that. That's easy. That's fun. You guys got fun homework. Your writing homework, your journal homework is this. Draw or write about 7 things you enjoy doing. It doesn't matter what they are. The more trivial, the easier it is to allow joy and love. Playtime encourages creative genius and access to greater soul wisdom. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, how do I raise my vibration? This is it right here, my darlings. This is how you raise your vibration. The higher your vibration, the more amazing things you're manifesting. So this is all about getting your heart opening up to love, you know, manifesting. You guys got fun homework this week, Aquarius, and I hope you'll do it. And this is a great deck because it's got a lot of cool little things like that in there that you can do to kind of get the energy going. So thank you for watching. Be sure to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign video. Some weeks that might resonate with you more than others. But overall, guys, if you want a private reading, I'm more than happy to do that. If you click on the Calendly link in the description, all the pricing is there, all the scheduling is there. A lot of people have been messaging me, how do I schedule a reading? You know, how does that work? And what are the prices? And I'm so buried in messages, guys. I'm trying to get through them, but unfortunately, I get a lot of those messages and it gets slowed down. But if you just click on the link, everything is there. All right, I try to have it there. If you click on the reading options, it'll open up and I'll show you the prices for each. It's okay to click. You're not going to get billed. You're not going to get charged unless you enter your PayPal info. So just go on there, click, things will open up, and you'll see the different options and the different scheduling options and the prices and all that good stuff. All right, my darlings. And don't forget, guys, Amethyst Angellight Facebook and Instagram. Every single day I post a free card. Every single day I post the pick a card game. So if you like and follow on there, you will get messages every single day. In between the weekly videos, there'll be a message posted each day on there as well. All right, have a fabulous week. Take care.